agenda for today, we're going to get through as much of the Collective of Plenty questline as we can in the next 2 to 3 hours. Because these Tribal Chronicles tend to be about 4 hours long, or technically they seem to be about like 30 minutes for the first quest, about an hour for the second quest, and then it usually has like a 2 to 3 hour thing at the lopped onto the end. 2 hour and 45 minutes usually. I don't know if I'll edit this all together for one video for YouTube or not, but it's gonna definitely be at least 2 streams. Especially since I'm gonna have to go explore a new region to even get there, and then probably have to find another Tower of the Seven. So when I eventually do put this on YouTube, there's probably gonna be a lot of exploration stuff cut out. And then once we get past this, over the weekend, I will attempt to stream the world quest in the region, which I am told is about 5 hours. So that also might get done across 2 streams. But with the world quest, I won't know how it'll be demarcated. That being said, how long was this? How long was the Ochka Natlan? That was like 4 hours, right? Maybe longer? I think we did it in like 3 parts or 2 parts. Ooh, they gave us a new waypoint. That's going to be super helpful. I love it when they give us a new waypoint, so I know exactly where to go to start. Navigation will be a pain, though, since I don't have the Tower of the Seven unlocked in this region. Last thing before we begin, as always, if you'd like to be informed of what I'm doing when I'm going live and what time that'll be, join the Discord, links to which are where the links are. Ooh, the lag. So this is where we would have came from. This is out behind the stadium, right? Yeah, this is one of the 3 paths that leads out of the stadium. I don't even... These mountains are so high, I don't even see the Towers of the Seven. Alright, let's check out the new indwelling. Tatankasaurus, that's what it's called. Quick charge, sprint again. This is supposed to be fast, but boy does it not look fast. I guess that's a new mechanic. We shoved a thing into a square. Secret Source Dragon Cannon? Alright. Alright, we're gonna keep going this way. We're just gonna follow the path. Ooh, did we stumble across something? Oh, oh, dang it, the world quest started. Well, I guess we're doing this now. Oh, chosen of dragons, enter the sacred mountain. That doesn't look good. The sacred mountain appears to be shooting fiery rocks at us. Can we do that later? Oh, hi, Rollins. Where were you during the whole Bloom Flower Festival, by the way? Did the volcano just erupt? No, it's been super duper quiet. Why, did you see it erupt? Dan Rollins, what's up? What's with those faces? You look like a pair of detectives from a light novel who just suddenly realized the truth about the killer. Yeah, we saw some truth, alright. True identity of the cake murderer is Paimon. Explain what you saw. Alright. Huh? You saw the same stuff you did when we first arrived at Natlan with Met Rollins? The weird golden text and images? And some strange images? Okay. Alright. You said you saw some strange words before. Paimon didn't see anything, so she can't be sure. But might they have been written by the same person? I think that's the case, yeah. Something feels fishy to Paimon. But this time you also saw a giant section of the ruins. A broken city? And the Abyss. And some sacred mountain, Don't the Natlanese call that volcano the Sacred Mountain? Could it be that what you saw has something to do with that volcano? Paimon can't shake the feeling that the person who united us with Rollins really wants us to go there. Huh. Do you think that we can help the little one remove his, what's that thing called, the Flame Lord's Blessing? You know, if we get to that mountain? Rawr. Well, let's go there then. Gotta help you grow big and strong, after all. Alright, one of the 6 tribes of Natlan, the Collective of Plenty, lives beside the volcano. Maybe we can ask them for help. And we got teleported to here. That's a nice viewpoint. That wasn't even part of the quest. That was just, I guess, a reminder for people who forgot that, by the way, you have this little buddy and an entire quest line with the volcano that you're supposed to be doing. How did we get up here? I thought we were walking to a path. Well, at least we have another waypoint. Man, they put the Tower of the Seven way out there. I never noticed that she had a tail. We met you yesterday. Your name is Varesa?
Huh? Wait, you're the Traveler in Paimon! I've been waiting for you.
Kind of weird that we did the Bloom Flower Festival before this, so we technically met you, though you were barely involved in it.
Whoa, you know us?
Paimon, we're famous.
We've really made a name for ourselves.
That doesn't even begin to describe it, but sure.
Wait, but did we even tell anyone we were coming to the Collective of Plenty?
I mean, I guess we promised Ian-san 2 patches ago we would.
Oh, you didn't know? Coach Ian-san said she invited you to our tribe, so I came out here to wait for you while I did some training. And now you're actually here. I can't believe it. This is great.
Is that a tattoo on her neck? Or is she actually wearing like a collar choker with that diamond pattern?
Surely we're not that big of a deal.
Paimon, we saved the world. At least 3 times. Liyue went through an apocalyptic thingy. Fontaine went through an apocalyptic thingy. And Natlan went through an apocalyptic thingy. We also stopped a revolution in Inazuma. We also saved a city in Mondstadt. Yeah, Mondstadt, the more I look back on it, doesn't feel as grand. I guess that's why it's a prologue.
You're the heroes who defeated the Abyss. You're a huge deal to everyone in Natlan. I've heard the story of Tumaini so many times I can practically recite it by heart.
Oh, that story that they're telling over by the stadium. I forgot that they were doing that. Rest in peace, Thrain. Although I guess you're technically not dead because you're immortal. It's complicated.
I've been so excited to meet you ever since Coach Ian-san told me you might be coming. Oh, my name's Varesa, by the way. Not sure if Coach mentioned me before.
No, never. Maybe. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah! The name sounds familiar.
Does it?
During the Abyss invasion, we asked Ian-san if the Collective of Plenty needed any help, but she said that Varesa had it all under control.
Did she say that? I'm gonna have to go back and look at my footage. Which means you must be an impressive warrior yourself, and a hero in your own right.
Not really. It was all Uncle Akatl. All I did was clear out a few monsters.
Uncle Akatl is very badass. He's probably my favorite designed one of the, tribal leaders.
Just thinking about the invasion gives me chills even now.
I have chills too, but that's because I took my coat off.
But that's in the past. The Collective of Plenty fared pretty well, all things considered. We finished our repairs, so now it's just a matter of helping out the other tribes. Come on, I'll take you to our camp.
Great, let's go!
On screen. Aren't you gonna put like a... There it is. Ardent Land of Plenty. Mushroom Realm Mystery, Act 1. For those who've forgotten, the last stream we did a the Xamaran quest, because I've been putting it off. Oh god, she's actually here and I have to follow her.
Oh, just a heads up. The volcano sometimes sends rocks crashing into this area. We call them Oh, here's
Pulverite.
Want to give it a try?
Not in a million years!
You can use your shoulders if you want. Or your feet. Or even your head.
That doesn't...
See? There's nothing to it.
Whoa! There's treasure inside these rocks! Okay, so maybe a little pain isn't too bad?
Did we just shoulder charge that and she'd not see us turn into a Tatankasaur? I love her running animation. It's the funniest thing in the world.
Hey, there's another one over there. Want to give it a try?
There we go. That's my mining for the day out of the way. Is that a ramp?
Huh? What's this wooden plank doing here?
Oh, look, a Pyroculus, too.
Oh, it's a piece of training equipment. I use it all the time.
Training equipment?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. Let me show you instead. Here goes nothing.
You like skateboards? It's like the Tomska skit. The cow that skateboards up the ramp. Ooh, cutscene! Already? That was cute.
And she sticks the landing!
I give that landing 2 points. Out of 3. Pretty good. You almost lost your balance there at the end. That's my only nitpick.
Huge gap just like that? Incredible!
Oh, no. Anyone can do it with a bit of practice. You made it across without any training at all. That's a lot more incredible than anything I can do.
Oh, well, Paimon can fly, but you've got a point.
How did we get across?
About what you told us earlier, you're saying a gigantic rock could crush us at any moment?
Well, not at any moment. It's a pretty rare phenomenon. Many adventurers come here and never even get to see it, so I wouldn't worry too much.
I'm gonna worry a little bit about that.
Okay. It's not like we're that unlucky.
We are that unlucky, Paimon. Kill the baby.
Transfixed!
It attacked us first. You all saw it.
Stop right there! Our bond is strong. I'll settle this.
Now we keep walking. Duck. Foul. Just keep walking along. I thought we would get more dialogue from Varesa at this point.
Oh, come on! Seriously?
Don't be scared. Just charge straight at it.
What?
No! Do I have a Varesa on my team? No, I'm not. Oh, there she is. She spawned back in.
Paimon can't believe you smashed something that big in a single hit.
And she's
It
gone.
was nothing. All it takes is a bit of training.
I can't even shoulder charge through a door.
It's too much of a hassle to deal with them. Let's just ram straight through.
No, I'm gonna kill them all. Okay. See, look how much effort that took. Oh, I missed one.
Hey, you guys are good. Color me impressed. Huh? Looks like they're blocking the road in and out of the tribe. So we'll have to get rid of them sooner or later. All right, let's hurry. We're almost there.
What are these gate thingies? Ring of Speed. And just like that, Statue of the Seven. The way it should be. That's the kind of stable connection of the Statue of the Seven we're looking for. So the issue we were having before was due to the baddie of the Night Kingdom, huh? So the Statue 7 sure must have been having a hard time back then. Great job, Statue. It's not like you could have granted the power to resonate with Pyro even if you wanted to. Yeah, that happened while I was fighting alongside the Pyro Archon. Yeah, Paimon was super scared then, but as it turned out, you were too strong for that. Either way, it's great that we managed to get rid of all those Abyss monsters and restore the statues. I didn't expect a little bit of dialogue for getting this. Alrighty. Oh look, the volcano's even on the map erupting. How comforting. Oh, and that must be the world quest right there. Which we will probably get to in a later stream. Probably Sunday or Monday night. I'll be able to start and finish it, hopefully before my vacation ends. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Remnants of Technicano. The Falling Star Fields and the Collective of Plenty. How many Pyroculuses do I have? 19? Almost enough. I'm too lazy. I don't want to have to switch characters to grab it.
Home sweet home. We made it! Welcome to the Collective of Plenty.
There's some giant bullhorns over there.
Whoa! This place is so cool! That platform shaped like the head of a bull is awesome!
That's the Resonating Arena. It's where we hold all our competitions.
Oh, I see a photo op right behind you.
Don't mention it. It was no trouble at all. I wish I could show you around, but I need to get home.
Oh, did you remember something important? You really hit the ground running when we ran into those hilly trails back there.
Hope we didn't hold you up.
Oh, no, not at all. We made it in time. There's just something important I have to do. The most important thing after training. The post-workout meal.
I don't remember nutritionally if it's better to eat before or after a workout. Because you burn a lot of calories while working out. And technically you'll start losing weight when you hit a calorie deficit.
Otherwise, I'll be a lethargic, dizzy, hunger-addled mess. The perils of an empty stomach. It's terrible.
Or is it better to just snack throughout the day? I'm not entirely sure.
Anyway, I'm sorry, but I gotta get some food in me. Like, yesterday. You should grab something too.
Boy, you and Paimon are gonna get along great.
We can meet back up at the arena. See you soon.
If you're gonna get food, take Paimon with you. Oh, she goes.
And she's off.
I love her run animation. It's very hilarious.
Wow, talk about whiplash. 1 second she's chill and laid back, and then the next she's charging headfirst into danger. Literally.
The spirit of youth.
The spirit of youth. Sure, whatever you say, old-timer. Paimon thinks we're still young.
Hey, I'm a spry young 31-year-old. man. It sounded much cooler in my head. But Aether is over 500.
Anyway, why don't we take a look around in the meantime? We can head to the arena in a little bit. The view must be amazing from up there.
And thus, Act 1 complete. I wasn't joking when I said the first act of these Tribal Chronicles ends up usually being extremely short. Oh, I love this music that's playing right here. Wait! Wait a minute! This is the music from the Travail trailer! I recognize that salsa-y mix anywhere. Why is the chat? I've been having dang problems with this source for a long time. I did hear about the Silksong announcement. One of the Discords I'm in mentioned it. $90 for a physical game key. That sounds ridiculous. Switch 2 games. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard they're going to be like $80 on the low end for Switch 2 games. Keeping up gold Switch. Games for cheaper payment. Games are only going to get more expensive. I feel like gaming as a hobby only has a few more years left. Once inflation kicks in and games become $100 a pop, I think the gaming industry it'll fall to the battle pass and the free-to-play model. The gaming hobby will probably die as people will be less and less able to afford it. That's my ultimate fear for the gaming industry. PC gaming and free market Steam will prevail. I hope so. I hope that gaming doesn't die out, but I'm a staunch realist when it comes to these kind of things. We're getting close to late-stage capitalism, it feels like. Profit middle eventually crash and die, and I'll be glad when it does. Okay. Gaming companies are losing their audience, sure, especially Nintendo is making children's games. Yeah. That is happening. Right now, I'm trying to fix the chat display, because the chat is not displaying on stream. Apparently this has been an issue since October 20th, 2024, according to Streamlabs. That appears to be working now. I don't know how visible that is, but I think it's working now. Ideally, most people, you want like a ring light setup. I have a lamp over there and a lamp over there so that I'm getting lighting from 2 different directions. But the easier, cheap way that most people have is, I don't have the desk space for it, but you want to have, like, right behind wherever your camera is. That's where you want your light to come from. Yeah, the ring light idea is, like, what a lot of professionals do, as well as what the pretend professionals do. But, yeah, if you want, like, a really professional lighting setup, that's the way to do it. Is you get, like, a ring light to go around your camera, or you can get, like, a big light that you can put somewhere behind your... If I had the desk space or a wall mount, I would mount something on the wall behind my monitor and have it pointed at me. Okay, now that we got that figured out, or technically I didn't even really fix the problem, I just found a workaround. Lighting is definitely important, but you want to get lighting, particularly depending on how far... I need this lighting because otherwise you'll see constantly just... You won't be able to see my eyes. One of the reasons I put effort into the lighting was because... I wear glasses, so you're going to see the entire screen reflected on my eyes all the time. And if I don't have it very bright in front of me, you can't see my eyes.
I'll come back stronger.
The haze also could be the camera quality, but I don't know what kind of camera you're using. My camera totally could be it too. I've been thinking about getting a new one for a while. I think I'm still using like a C920 or whatever it's called. Like a Logitech. It can record in HD 1080, but, I mean, we're only a few years out from that not being HD. I mean, mine's pretty old. I got mine in, like, 2017, 2016, and technically it was an old model even then. If you're capable of capturing in 720, that's good enough. Ooh, this is the wrestling ring. Nice. There's a ramp here, even.
Yep, My dad whipped up something fantastic as always. He's a great cook. He can turn any
Do we
protein
need the
or vegetable
camera,
into
like,
something
focused at her
delicious.
chest? I didn't mention it earlier, but it's kind of awkward when the camera focuses there when you're wearing an outfit that, like, exposes your navel and whatnot.
No wonder you look so refreshed. That's the power
Now
of
I'm looking at
good
Aether,
meal.
because I forgot that his outfit does that too.
That's right. I was hoping to bring Uncle Akatl with me, but he wasn't home. So I guess you're stuck with me.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Uncle Akatl is our chief, by the way. Who better than the
We've
chief
met him
to
several
introduce you
times.
to the tribe, right? I've never given an official tour before, so I'm thinking I'll just explain things as we go along. Is that okay?
Of course, that sounds great.
Okay. Whew. Then let's start in that direction.
I wish the camera, like, you know, turned to show me where she was pointing. Down there, huh? Alright, hang on. Nope, can't get it.
My place is over there. See that fruit stand out front? My house is right behind it.
You have a fruit stand in front of your house? Does that mean you grow the fruit yourselves?
You guessed it. My family runs a huge orchard.
I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I always just assumed an orchard was a place where you grew trees. But I kind of forget that, like, there's, like, apple orchards, there's, like, orchards where they grow, like, almonds and whatnot. I guess a fruit orchard is a thing. I just called them farms, to be honest.
We live really close to the main entrance of the tribe. So every morning, I wake up to the sound of all the people and carts on the road.
You also may occasionally wake up to the sounds of the fucking volcano you're living under that is active erupting.
That's also when my parents start work. So that's how I know it's time to get up.
I can't wait till the soundtrack releases this track. I'm gonna listen to it constantly in my spare time. Oh, I love it.
And then you all work in the orchard together.
Well, knowing it's time to get up and actually doing it are two separate things.
Ah, I get that. I wake up every morning about 2 hours before I need to actually leave my bed.
Most of the time, I end up curling under the covers and falling back asleep.
Oh, Paimon gets you. Sleeping in is the best kind of sleep.
I did it again today. I woke up at 6, and then I stayed in bed till 9.
Plus, when you have the Traveler to wake you up, it's no big deal.
Next time I'm sleeping in and you can wake me up.
No, that was just a joke. Don't scare Paimon like that, Traveler.
Well, maybe you can both sleep in sometime. Once I get up, I usually help my parents around the house, head out for training, then come home for lunch. After lunch is when my parents do their delivery runs. So then it's my turn to work in the orchard.
That should be about right. That should be about now, right?
Oh, Paimon would love to see the orchard. Can you show us?
Sure thing! We'll go right after this. But first, come with me.
Why do you keep pointing like that? Yeah. Now, if only I could fix the problem of the stream not recording the game when I look on my second monitor. But that, I don't know how to even begin fixing that. Which way are we going? Oh, over there. Top 10 places to put an orchard. Base of volcano, not on my list. Who would have thought? Oh, it's Janssen.
Oh, Coach Janssen. Are you here to do some training?
Nope, just doing some maintenance on the equipment here while I have some time. Oh, it's you two! Welcome to the Collective of Plenty. Look, I bought this at the stadium the other day.
Oh, that's the giant mural that's on the side of the rock near the stadium.
Wait, we've seen that graffiti design before.
Yes, I just said that.
It's not easy to get your hands on one of these. I had to wait in a super long line.
Are we gonna meet the artist? Is that gonna be like a cool NPC we'll meet at some point? Or possibly a playable character? Have we met any artists in the game yet? I guess Sitlali, technically.
Ooh, I bought a top with that design too. I hung it up right next to my bed.
Yep, that's me alright. Ah, how embarrassing. No, we're famous. We're like world famous.
Ooh, you should sign it for me sometime. It would mean the world to me.
Sure, why not?
Oh, I meant to ask, what brings you out here anyway?
Just cuz.
We're just
Also,
doing
Rollins?
some adventuring. We don't have any concrete plans.
I mean, also we're looking for someone to help us guide into the mountain for our little buddy, but I guess we'll do that another day.
We ran into Varesa on the road, and she was nice enough to lead us the rest of the way. She's even giving us a tour.
It's my pleasure.
Still keeping up with your training, Varesa? No slacking, I hope.
Yes, Coach. Did 3 full shuttle runs, just as you instructed, Coach.
Shuttle runs. I feel like I did those before. I can't remember what they are, though.
Good. Then we'll continue with the training plan. As for your diet, actually, no dieting for now. As you are. Feel free to use any of the equipment around here. But if you're planning
the
to do
size of
strength
some of these
training,
weights.
make sure you have a spotter.
Of course. Don't need to tell me twice, Coach.
Wait, but isn't a special diet a huge part of bodybuilding? Varesa doesn't need one?
Oh, we're about to get the big reveal of how big of an eater she is, isn't she?
Oh, it's kind of a long story. I suppose you could say Varesa is among the select few who have a natural gift. When she first started training with me, I started her on a standard training regimen and wrote out a simple recipe plan to give to her father.
Okay.
But it left me so hungry. I couldn't even muster up the energy to make it to class.
Yeah, that was my fault. It was just your average nutrition plan, but Varesa's metabolism is something else.
Ah, I remember when I had a really crazy metabolism when I was younger. God, it hurts to say the words when I was younger. But yeah, there was a point in time where I could basically eat whatever I wanted, and I would burn it all off in a day. These days, food sticks with me a little bit more. My metabolism is still considered to be pretty fast for someone my age. But now I can't eat whatever I want anymore, because instead of burning it off in a few days, it burns off in a few weeks. So I can go anywhere from 170 pounds to 215 pounds in the span of a month, depending on my diet. Because my exercise is pretty consistent. I burn a pretty decent level of calories at a very easy rate. So, like, in the span of, like, a month, I'll slowly get back down to, like, somewhere between those two extremes. Right now, I'm hovering at 184. What was I talking about? Right, metabolism. Let's talk about Varesa. Let's stop talking about me for a minute.
Once I studied her eating habits, I was able to tailor it to her needs.
Yeah, Coach is really thoughtful that way. Now I feel like I'm making real progress. And the training and classes are a lot more fun.
Varesa is currently my top student. She can lift even more than me.
That's impressive, actually. Are those weight bags?
Wait, but you're the coach and the victor of the pilgrimage. Don't sound so surprised. This kind of thing is really common in the fitness world. Everyone starts from a different baseline.
Also, strength and skill are the separations of the pilgrimage results.
Wow, that's amazing! Paimon would have never guessed. I'm not exaggerating either. Varesa is extremely strong. All she needs is a bit more confidence.
Oh, Well, it's just because Coach is a great teacher. It didn't take much effort at all.
Ooh, don't say that loudly. Just further proof that you're a natural.
Oh, believe me, I'm not. I mean, sure, I can face a few monsters and lift some heavy training equipment. But I'm useless when it comes to fighting other people. I'm scared I'll hurt someone.
Probably because you will.
Oh, that makes sense. But what about the pilgrimage?
I've never placed or even made it out of the team stage. I'm not good at fighting actual people.
That makes sense.
When it comes to power, it's all about control. Take these weights, for example. It takes strength to lift them, yes, but also to control the weight when you set them down. True mastery means control during both motions.
I can lift up to 224 pounds. Doesn't mean that I can actually do it easily or, like, set the weight down with the same level of vigor that I pulled it up.
I know that, and I can do it just fine during training. But whenever I have to face a real person,
I can't bench 224
I
pounds.
start to doubt myself.
I guess I should have said that for my example. I could lift 224 pounds. I can't bench 224 pounds. Benching 145 is hard enough. It's alright, it'll come with time.
Thanks. I appreciate the support. As long as I keep training, I'm sure I'll get it eventually.
I wish that they would clean up the mic recordings for some of these. That little sound that I'm hearing on some of the mic recordings are kind of annoying.
Well, we should get going, Coach. I told the Traveler and Paimon I would show them around the orchard.
Sounds good. I hope you enjoy your time here.
Oh, where'd you go? Oh, now that looks more like a farm to me. Banana.
Good girl, Vanana. Thanks for guarding the house. Now, let me take a good look at you. Did you have another growth spurt?
How big do they get? I have no clue how big they get.
Hey, I was just taking a look, not inviting you to wrestle. Next time, okay? Oh, this is Vanana. She keeps watch over the orchard when no one's here. She's a tough little thing, but also a clingy baby at heart.
Oh, that's cute.
Did you say little? She certainly doesn't look it.
How big do Tatagosaurs get?
Anyway, this is my family's orchard. Come on, I'll show you around.
Whoa! It's even bigger than Paimon imagined! Look at all the fruit! It looks delicious.
That's grain fruit, right?
This is the Collective of Plenty, after all. Being so close to the volcano makes the soil extra fertile. So everything that grows around here is amazing.
I mean, look at the size of those mushrooms behind us.
Especially the fruit. We sell a lot to the other tribes, give some to family and friends, and keep the rest for ourselves.
A surplus is good.
Well, if you have to live next to a volcano,
High supply.
at least you get something good out of
Means
it.
we can keep the prices lower.
That's right. Well, since we're here, why don't we pick some and have ourselves a little snack?
Wait, but didn't you just eat?
Metabolism, Paimon.
Yeah, but there's always room for dessert. Plus, we don't have to pick that many. A few dozen should do it.
A few dozen. You really can eat a lot, huh?
You know that fruit stand in front of my house? Well, as a kid, whenever my dad was working at the stand, I would tug on his shirt and ask for a piece of fruit.
And I would do this 10 to 1,000 times a day.
I would scarf it down in a heartbeat
Oh,
and
that's
then
cute.
ask for another. Before long, people would gather around just to watch.
And then we'll save that image for later. That'll probably be the thumbnail.
My dad told me I made the fruit look so delicious, more and more people started coming to our stand, which, of course, made me want to eat even more. The customers would ruffle my hair and say, "It's good to have a healthy appetite. You'll grow up big and strong for sure."
And boy, were they right.
I mean, what kid doesn't like a compliment? So I would smile, which would get my dad to smile. And then my mom, too.
Aw, that's so cute! Plus, free fruit whenever you want. Jealous!
Me too.
With all that said, it also helped that our fruit actually tastes really good. And I'm not just saying that. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Oh, and there's an epic feast showdown in a few days, so we're providing a bunch of the fruit for the desserts.
Epic Feast Showdown?
Sounds like a eating competition.
Oh, sorry. It's basically a speed eating contest. We need to prepare a ton of ingredients.
I haven't done any eating competitions since high school.
So don't worry about anything going to waste. Okay, let's get picking.
Alright.
I probably could get back into it if I trained enough, but it's not worth the effort. I have enough hobbies as is.
Why is there a mushroom over there?
Oh, that kind of mushroom. They kind of appeared out of nowhere when we first planted the orchard. They grow really fast and don't require any water or fertilizer. Oh, and the flavor is amazing. You can grill them, stir-fry them, or even eat them raw. The flavor has almost a fruity taste to it.
Probably because they're being grown in the same soil as a fruit orchard.
A mushroom that tastes like a fruit? That's a new one.
Maybe it absorbed nutrients from... Yeah, ether, that's what I just said.
Yep, that could be. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, if it tastes like a fruit, then it fits right in. Who cares where it came from? Go ahead. Pick as much as you want. Might as well get some mushrooms too, and I'll whip up something to eat.
Alright, get some mushrooms, get some fruit. 58 fruit within what?
I'll grab some of this, and a few of these.
Why are they making a game out of this?
Grab some of this, and a few of these.
Winepa berries. Grab everything. Grab everything that's not nailed down. Everything that's not nailed down. Everything that's not nailed down. Even the bugs. Grab it all. 3 minutes is not enough time. Why does it look like I'm doing this so hectically and she's just running, sitting on the ground over there? There's some setias here on the ground, but I can't grab them. Operate the machine. I guess we'll get to that later. Where's the rest of the fruit? Ah, this apple tree over here. We're wasting too much time. We got him. That was actually difficult.
That's quite the haul.
Well, you need a bunch of ingredients for the eating competition, right? Thought we'd give you some help. Oh, and you were right about the fruit. Paimon tried one, and it was one of the sweetest, juiciest pieces of fruit Paimon has ever had. You must sell out every time. Also, Paimon tried one of the mushrooms too.
Actually, they don't sell out.
Really
She just
did
said that
taste like
earlier.
a fruit.
They have so much left over that they just give some away and then they keep the rest for themselves.
We should call them berry shrooms.
When it comes to food, Paimon's judgment never fails. Every so often, Paimon knows just what she's talking about.
Well, Paimon had multiple nations' worth of good food to refine her palate. Her taste buds never lie.
Also, why are you our travel guide that's explored the world? And yet we're somehow always going to places like the first time you've ever been there?
Well, thanks to your help, we can call it early today. Oh, I promised you a meal, didn't I? I'll be right back.
Alright, piping hot mushroom dish.
I'm not the greatest cook, so it's nothing special. Still, high-quality ingredients are hard to mess up.
Don't sell yourself short. It looks great. Paimon can smell the umami from here. Whoa! This is completely different from the raw taste.
It's definitely two distinct flavors. I like them both.
I'm glad. This kind of mushroom is a favorite in the tribe, but it's not well known outside the Collective of Plenty.
So who can eat more, do you think? Varesa or Mavwika? Because we learned that Mavwika has like a huge metabolism too.
Actually, we're hoping to use the upcoming competition to introduce it to a wider audience. Uncle Atoli has been coming up with new recipes like there's no tomorrow. Hey, you two should sign up. Only if you want to, of course.
What do you think, Paimon?
Oh, you mean the Epic Feast Showdown? Yeah, Paimon would love to sign up. She might not do very well, though.
Really? You're not that confident?
Don't worry. You can tap out at any time. Nothing goes to waste. I'll take care of anything you can't finish.
Oh, good. Wait, aren't you competing too? Oh, then Paimon doesn't stand a chance.
You never know until you try. Oh, besides, from what I just saw, it looks like you can hold your own. Well, anyway, winning isn't the point. Just think of it as an opportunity to try our local delicacies.
That's one of the reasons I like food competitions. It's a great opportunity to try new things.
Oh, good point.
So when are we going to explain that massive machine over there? Guess I'll tag along.
Nice! Then let's sign up together. Time for Paimon to show these people what she's made of.
And just like that, Act 2 is done, and we have only been here for an hour. About like 5 or 10 minutes of it was technical difficulties, where I was trying to figure out how to get the chat box to work, but... There's that. Okay, what is this machine? Prefer for... What? Oh, hang on. We have turned juice into something. We got a Fruits of Plenty out of it. Which has egg in it for some reason. Well, we've done 2 parts already. So let's start the 3rd part. I don't know if we'll have time to finish. But we might be able to, at least get it out of the way. Aha, there's the objective.
Oh, hey, you're here.
It's been a while. When Varesa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it. Sounds like Varesa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
No one has given her a challenge yet?
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
Modest much.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
So, oh, she's got the spiral eyes.
Not much longer, Varesa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Got it. I can wait.
Are you sure about that? You might pass out.
Oh, about the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish. But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
No, I'm all for the competition rules. I'm more than willing to pay for what I can't finish.
Really? So we get to eat for free? Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
We appreciate the generosity.
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natland. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude.
We definitely don't need to do that for you guys. We actually did nothing for you guys specifically because you apparently didn't suffer any of the impacts of the entire war.
When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Varesa was a key member of that team. Varesa?
Huh? Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Sora's crackers with me that day.
Wait, what?
Sorry, not the point. There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium.
That makes sense. The Abyss is really weird with its strategy.
Good point! Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment, and in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
I mean, to each their own, I guess.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge.
I'm very much one to shy away from a challenge.
Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium.
Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh? Hold on. Where did Varesa go?
Oh, you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
Oops.
Hold on. Where did Varesa go? Wasn't she just here?
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone.
Has your stomach ever not been empty?
I'll lead the way.
To the kitchen? I think we can find it. They pointed at it earlier. Field fungal traces. Oh, there's another... Oh, that's the same one I skipped earlier. Oh yeah, she's literally right there. I can physically see her.
Oh, that smell. So delicious.
This is a really weird close-up.
Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
If you're a cow person, is steak cannibalism to you?
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Is everyone your uncle?
Varesa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Food. She's a foodie, Paimon. You should understand this on a basic primal level.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
She has no memory.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Varesa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Varesa we know.
The Varesa we've known for like 2 days.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You two know what I mean, right?
Yep.
Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded.
Yeah. I also get, if I don't keep enough water in my system too, I'll get migraines on top of that.
Oh boy. Paimon's been there
Which I should probably get a bottle of water at some point, because since we've been going almost an hour and a half and I haven't drank anything.
So, when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
2 hours.
1 sec. I'll go check. We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Coddle. The showdown is about to begin.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Epic Feast Showdown promotional board. She's literally the poster girl for it. A banquet becomes a battlefield. Appetites square off in the Epic Feast Showdown. Now in full swing. Next to this passionate slogan is a portrait of Varesa, who seems to be the spokesperson for this event. There's even a list of victories. It seems she emerges as champion whenever she enters the competition. Is that why so many challengers come here to ask around? Take part in the showdown. But can I sit anywhere? Alright, is it cutscene time? We already got a cutscene at the beginning. I'm actually surprised. Look at Varesa's plate.
It smells so good! Varesa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
Looks great. These portions, though.
Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's no chance.
Yeah. This is a bit much. It's so, I've even done eating competitions, and this does look a little ridiculous. I could maybe finish one of those plates? Maybe? But, like, look at the... But I also have to take into consideration that I'm almost like a foot taller than Aether is, so maybe the portion doesn't look as exaggerated as it actually is.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
There's like a sub-sandwich in
Hold on.
hers.
Varesa's plate looks completely different than ours.
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Varesa challenge.
Yeah.
The Varesa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past.
Makes sense to me. You see, now that we see that plate from a little bit further away without the camera framing, it doesn't look so bad. Yeah, I could probably finish one of those platters. And Paimon, you have eaten way more than that at multiple points during this story.
It's named after Varesa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
Man, where's Mavwika when you need her?
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Believe me, if Varesa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Varesa challenge.
There it is.
And that would be the Pyro Archon herself.
Wait, so you're saying Mavwika has done this before?
Of course. She breezed through the normal level, but the Varesa challenge was still too much, even for her.
Yeah, that does look about like 1.5 times what we saw her eat in her Archon quest.
Back then, it was all part of an investigation.
What?
You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Varesa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon.
But no, she was just eating that much.
But once the Archon finally saw Varesa's appetite in action, that was that.
All you can eat is usually a scam derived in order to trick people into eating calorie-dense food that's really cheap to make. So when someone's eating 12 persons worth of food, yeah, that is probably something that people would actually investigate. Because the Weary Inn would be losing money on that.
Whoa.
Or not
Okay,
losing money,
so-
but the Archon, the speaker's chamber would be.
You're saying Malika had these portions, and she just breezed through?
It'll only get harder as the food gets cold. Let's just go for it.
You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got.
Look at the serious ether face. I'm not sure which one I'll use for the thumbnail, but that one is a goodie. A goody goody goody.
Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. It's delicious.
You know, I already ate, but this is making me hungry again. I should probably remember to go get a midnight snack before this.
Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler. It's amazing. Oh, and this. And this one is.
Paimon eating ASMR, anybody?
Alright. That's it. Paimon taps out.
Come on, Paimon, you can eat more than that. I know you can.
All this time. And it doesn't look like we've made any progress.
It looks like you've made half of the progress. That's an even funnier one than the last one.
Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
What happened to defending your honor?
Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
Paimon, you eat more than I do.
Let's hear it for Varesa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
I still see food on that plate, though. Not to be a stickler for the rules. Hey, there's some other people that finished their plates.
Ha! Well done, Varesa.
There we go. Let's lock my chair into place.
Amazing job! Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
You actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
I just noticed that on her back is where her electronosis is.
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up?
See, Paimon, her metabolism is very fast, which means she's probably already partially digested some of that. Paimon, can you go up a bit? I can't see you. You're at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know?
Spoken like a true champion.
Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Technically, you've already done that from what we've heard.
Aw, don't worry, Varesa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
Eon-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Were you? I wasn't paying attention to you.
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Varesa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
That's still pretty amazing.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick?
You gotta prepare yourself for an eating competition, Paimon. And also, there's also the water method, but there's a lot of ways to get around
It
this.
was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob, and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret! Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness!
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
Oh boy.
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy!
I don't know, working off some of that weight,
Well,
you might get
How
cramps.
did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
It could be both.
Everything was delicious! Especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom. It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green. There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
That is very oddly specific.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened.
Uh-huh.
No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told.
No one thought to look any deeper into it or ask follow-up questions?
Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Don't you want to know the reason behind it?
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right?
I guess. If you say it like that. Got a little wedgie. Alright.
Oh, by the way, Varesa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
Nah, I want to investigate this whole green mushroom thing.
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
I'm intrigued about this mushroom. I should see what Varesa thinks.
Paimon will take that as a yes. Alright, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
Box it up for now. I think that this was, people haven't been paying attention to the writing because this game has been going on for like 5 years. Paimon can most definitely eat more than that. Paimon ate more than that just during Mavuika's story quest.
After that meal,
What, man, the
I'm
camera
ready to
loves to
tackle
focus in on
anything.
her stomach for some reason.
Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes. The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
It's like 3 of them. It really is green.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
I wonder why that scholar said what he said.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away? To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it. Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. if we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me.
That's good enough for most people.
I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger. In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
Losing control? You strong enough to uncover the truth?
Command the truth?
I chose the other option, but okay, fine. If fear is the only thing stopping you, let us help you shoulder the burden.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You're right. Curiosity can be a bad thing, but what you don't know can still hurt you.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena.
Fiatena.
Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol.
I wonder if we'll get to see what she looks like.
Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds. Lady Fiatena, lend me your courage.
Oh, she's gonna put the weird mask on from her trailer, right?
3,
I actually haven't watched her trailer yet.
2,
But
1.
we talked about this during the live stream.
You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said. So,
That
where should
girl.
we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
I think I should taste it first.
Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well, the traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people. He should at least give it a try.
Oh, I see. Well, then I'll grill some up right away.
Cooks the mushrooms, everyone digs in, just like Varesa said, it tastes the same.
So, notice anything, traveler?
Nope, no difference in taste.
Just like Varesa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
What was that?
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Well, seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era.
Cut to the chase. You talk big talk, but I've heard that before.
Now. You were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
Look at the weird filter. It's kind of funny. It's all wiggly.
So you do know how to use your brain, young one. But you'll excuse me if I have no interest in you. Craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
That's funny.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Watch it, buddy.
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you.
Sage Lord of Fungi.
I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Sure, why not?
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name? All you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Lesser organisms.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point. In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall have to table that for the time being. However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek.
About why we're not supposed to eat the green mushrooms? Or, I mean, not let them sit? Because I guess they'll become sentient.
As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity. And we shall see if you're worthy.
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets.
They're gonna get eaten, though.
If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
Devotion. It's when you have a bunch of mana of the same color in Magic the Gathering.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a How is better than him.
I still think a How is worse.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
No.
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
We may not know who he is, but we know he exists.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
Which means we made the right call to investigate.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom.
Yeah!
Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
It was fine.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Oh, such insolence!
Oh, now you pissed him off, Paimon.
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating.
Alright, are we gonna start picking mushrooms? Are we gonna start doing anything?
Okay, so this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
I actually do think all the fungi in Sumeru were really cute.
Bull warrior compliment! Much appreciate!
Much appreciate. Mushwatali.
No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Uh-oh.
Careful, Varesa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you!
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Uh-oh. Gather your wits and search for clues. Well, violence is certainly a form of wit.
Ah! Mercy! Mercy! Food is sacred! Everything else, waste! That all I know. Promise!
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's going on?
I guess it told us everything he knows.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
I think we're gonna get like a quiz or something later on. And these are gonna be the answers to said quiz. I took 2 steps.
Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice! Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Man, I wasn't expecting every single mushroom to have a distinct voice. I was expecting to have to break out the old Naradan, Narapaimon again that I had to do during the entire R&R questline.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that.
Oh no.
Could you, give us an easy one?
Why was I afraid that she was going to be a moron?
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation?
No, you did not. I'm not a fan of riddles either. I'm pretty much the riddle master.
Enough chatter. Time for my question. Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
That's not a riddle, that's a question, but sure.
Aw, man! How are we supposed to know?
Because food is sacred?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
He did say that.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Because he's a fun guy?
What? How did you get that so fast?
It was a pun.
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Don't look so disappointed. I'm a dad joke kind of guy.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns?
No, in fact, most of them aren't.
Is it because the people are so clever?
No, even worse.
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Alejandro Saab isn't watching me, right? He's not behind me, is he?
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual. Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Interesting. So if we burn mushrooms and eat them, we become one with the Sage Lord.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms? No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual,
And food is
maybe
sacred.
we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking, Varesa! Let's try and ask the other mushrooms! Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Green berry shroom. Oh, come on, 3 steps.
Hey, there are 2 fungi over there! Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Oof.
Wow, cool! You green caps are so wise. Just like our Sage Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have 2 choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
But we don't know any of the answers to the stars and moon above. We know quite a bit about the abyss, though.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
I have caps. I'm a hat collector.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll say, ha, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions?
Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Man,
Yeah.
this mushroom has a
More
big head.
Decades.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously the ceremony is the cooking.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking.
Did they just give us the answer?
Probably.
Who goes there?
Do you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere. My cap almost burst into spores.
Huzzah?
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first!
Back to regular mushrooms, huh? Well, we already got what we needed.
So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment? So much for gathering our wits. We didn't have to use our brains at all. Oh well. The important thing is, the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard, too. Heat really does release their flavor.
So if we cook them just right, maybe we'll be able to see the Sage Lord's true form.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe first.
I guess that's fair.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
The meaning of courage. Chief Akado gathers the people from the tribe to hear Varesa's report on the mushrooms.
Huh.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
This silence speaks volumes.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
We could have been eating them for decades.
Thanks for looking into it, and for collecting all this information.
Also, have we met?
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
It did.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom.
I mean, we have on several occasions now that I think about it. Especially in the last stream where we talked to Xamaran for like 30 minutes.
But we know you're not one to lie, Varesa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So, we should do our part to help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, wait. You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick. All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Whoa, it smells delicious! Suddenly Paimon's hungry again.
Well, here goes nothing.
Alright. Sage Lord of Fungi.
Wait, that's his voice!
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require. Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord?
Does he want us to throw the mushrooms in the volcano?
Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
He laughed at us.
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of nitpicking, more like.
Oh, that's a good one, Paimon. I like that one. The only way we'll figure out this goal is if we keep playing along.
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of heat. Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything you can find.
We have a volcano right there.
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Definitely. We're not super familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
I mean, we could always try throwing them into an open fire, and then the volcano is just after that.
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano. It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
I like it when I get to hear Paimon this angry. Okay, we're going this way now, huh?
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path.
Avatars of lava, huh?
Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
That sounds like a plan. I mean, I haven't got any better ideas outside of throwing the fungus straight into the volcano.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you wouldn't know where to start.
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Yeah, competition seemed to be a thing here.
Varesa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well, I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me.
I like you, Varesa.
Still, I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end. We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like
The
during
music's
the
kind of
Abyss
intense
invasion.
because I started combat.
Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me.
I can tell. There's a certain strength deep within you.
Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena.
I hope we get to see like a poster of her or something at some point.
All right. We should keep looking.
Are we at the Varesa trial now? I mean, we got to play her already during the... Oh, yeah, there it is. Alright.
Oh, looks like we can make this jump. Hurry up, Varesa!
Uh-oh! A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge!
Charge?
It's justice o'clock!
Justice o'clock. She definitely would benefit from a shielder.
Done and dusted. This core should be perfect. Look, the phlogiston inside it is still active.
Nice.
Oh, let's see! Woo! Hot!
I mean, if a stove was hot and this is supposed to be hotter than a stove, yeah, I wouldn't have tried to touch it.
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on, let's keep heading up.
Also, I just realized that because she's Electro, she doesn't even mess up my Chevreuse comp. Eh.
Careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead! Charge!
avoid the volcanic eruption.
Oh no, not good! The volcano is acting up again!
I love this silly as hell run animation.
What is that? It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is there a great Tolan weasel thief or something?
We call it a Furnace Shell Mountain Weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful.
Defeat the monster before you.
Justice will prevail! You ought to stand down!
Oh, it's a robot.
This is infuriating! Final warning! Stand with me! Oof! It's justice o'clock!
Oh, died. Rip Varesa.
Stop right there! Hands where I can see them! Lightning purified! Headbutt! Yeah!
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one. This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time.
Nice fighting back there, by the way.
Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So, I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned before. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask, so I decided to make one just like hers. So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave. At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch. Kind of like I'm hiding behind her strength.
Oh, you really think so?
But it helps you, right? It's nothing to feel ashamed about.
Really? It's just... I feel like I need to take it off one day and face things alone. But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels. I don't know if I have it in me.
But you were the one who decided to investigate this case. Not your mask.
Yeah, you had the courage to make that decision. And that's what adventuring is all about. Fighting is just a small part of it.
Oh.
A lot of adventuring is actually puzzle solving. But the people that play this game for the combat hate that.
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job. Just take your time. It's not a race.
Thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much. And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own. After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
You're hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
Smokeless War. 50 wishes, huh? I just realized that the Honkai Star Rail equivalent is only to do 40 wishes. You know, maybe at the end we'll do some polls. I have 10 standard polls saved up that I was going to do last stream, but I forgot to. So maybe we'll do that before the stream closes out today. do some standard pulls, and I know I said I didn't want to pull any Natlan characters, but Amber's in the shop, and I want to get some of that Stargler.
We're back, and we found a bunch of stuff to use.
Great. We're almost done with the preparations on our side, too.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
I'm glad somebody thought about lava. I like you, Zottle.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Varesa and her guest of honor.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time.
Who are you?
Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel? Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
No, it actually came out of the volcano.
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, well, anyway, we got this in the end.
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other. Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go.
All right, let's go.
Alright, here we go. Superheat. Superheat those shrooms.
The fragrance is so much more intense. And what's with this weird mist?
I think it's spores, Paimon.
Wait, no. Something's not right.
Everyone's gone. No! This is Subaru all over again. We're high on shrooms. I should have known this was gonna happen. Don't do drugs, kids. Or you might get sucked into Genshin Impact. What do you think is worse, drug addiction or gambling addiction? Not that we should be putting either one of them on a comparative tier list. Because the correct answer is it's worse to have both.
Where are we? Where did everyone go?
We're high on shrooms, Paimon. Welcome to the club.
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
That's a cuddle. Chief, we don't know where we are.
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us?
So you don't feel anything strange?
No. What are you feeling?
This must be the Sage Lord's trick, but it's only affecting the three of us. But why us and not the others? Because they didn't eat the shrooms.
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Oh, this one's got horns.
Evil jerk of a mushroom, so this is what you look like.
Kind of looks like Xamaran.
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek. Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great Sage Lord of Fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
I serve Xamaran.
The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter.
Ooh, good burn.
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles.
Cool. Give me an example.
Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again.
Yeah.
As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. Humans live in squalor. But then, humanity discovered me, and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
You can do that?
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this.
Have we met this kid?
Woohoo! Those monsters are no match for me!
Dex a little.
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
So you're a
You
steroid.
expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
Such arrogance! Take that back and apologize before I lose my temper.
You wish.
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat, anyway.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength? Very well. Then prove it!
Alright.
Boof! Look out below! It's justice o'clock! Huh. 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 Headbutt! Huh. Ah.
I actually kind of like her playstyle.
Well fought! You see?
I actually
You
haven't done
ate a fair
pulls
amount
on
of
this
my
count in a year,
clones,
actually.
And now look what you can do. Huh. My eye for subjects is as discerning as ever.
We were this strong to begin with, though.
Huh. Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago? Weird.
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless. But my miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
No, don't just... another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta be a mushroom thing at this point.
I guess.
Well, what should we do? Follow him?
Yeah, let's go. I think he's trying to tell us a story, although I'm not sure if I like the plot.
Alright. I mean, free stuff.
Time to roll!
Time to roll. I love the cartoon he ran in it. It's funny every time.
I soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance. Food is a scarce resource. A faith that provides for the needs of the flesh is the most practical and noble of all. And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. The most exceptional among them could receive as many as 20 mushrooms a day.
That's a lot of mushrooms.
That's it?
I mean, technically in Genshin, we're seasoned enough adventurers where we could definitely grab more than that a day.
What are you insinuating? Are mushrooms not enough?
Well, it's possible people couldn't afford to be picky back then.
True.
Yeah, but now even Saurians have more options than that.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So what do you think? A pretty enticing offer, wouldn't you agree? Once you become my subjects, all you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to the mushrooms. And then...
I just saw your chat, by the way, Har, so feel free to put any puns you want in the chat. Dedicated to mushrooms. I want to know what happened next.
What do you mean, what happened next?
What happened to the civilization? It's clearly not around still today.
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own nation? But I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes of Natlan, and I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
We've been to Sumeru.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
Maybe in the chasm?
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from.
Because fungi are creatures from Sumeru. The buildings from your visions support that too.
A trivial detail. You know
Actually,
what?
the building looks a little
You don't
different.
deserve to know what happened next.
Then you don't deserve our faith either.
Yeah, if you want us to respect you, stop being so secretive.
True. If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
All right, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to use your wits to earn it. If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran off. Come on, after him.
Oh. Uh-huh. Right.
Jumping down a well, huh? A well of knowledge, perhaps?
So it looks like we just need to...
Hold on.
Is something wrong, Traveler?
Something about his motive.
Off? How?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about. Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that subject too.
He might not be from Sumeru, he might be from the chasm.
And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. He seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
He must be in dire need of subjects, and it has to be the three of us.
But why?
Let's go after him. Keep an eye out for clues along the way.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's go!
Might as well explore this domain a little. No, we could sit there, but we can't read the notes.
Look out below!
Oh, we're getting even higher on shrooms now. So many shrooms. Why? Continue to pursue the Sage Lord of... Oh, wait, what? We're in a 2D plane now.
Catch me if you can! If you can figure out which way to go, of course.
Oof, absolutely insufferable. Come on, let's find him.
Heads up!
Oops.
Running late again. What?
Kind of forgot that that was a mechanic in Sumeru where we could electrify the mushrooms to make them super bouncy.
Oof! Leave this to me. I'll clear a path for you. I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
Oh, God. I wasn't expecting him to move like that.
Running late again. Gotta steer clear of other...
Get a load of this!
Watch out, Varesa!
Don't worry about me. I've got this.
Just charge through. Run up water. Just keep going. Up we go. I like that we have this cool 2D plane.
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
What? I thought these thingies were supposed to be in, like, the Dragon City.
Alright, this should be good. Get ready, and jump!
Are we done? Dead end?
Backed into a corner, huh?
We've got you this time!
Grab him.
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
And he just burrowed into the ground.
How did we lose him?
Not again.
We're also in his,
Although, I
like,
think I
planar
pulled something
space
off
or
of
whatever.
him.
A ball of mist. Oh no, it's spreading. Ah, they're gonna eat us.
My Shirwali. Hey, that's the one that we met earlier.
Gonna eat us! Eat us! Ungrateful humans! Oh, at this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. Oh, the situation grows dire. Why must the humans eat so much? My power is all but spent, but it was still enough to control a single human at least. Now all of Sumeru knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are. So if I want to grow, I must relocate. And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions. You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Yes, my lord.
Are you the Sumeru scholar that told the Collective of Plenty that they have to, eat the green ones right away?
Is this the place, human?
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
Yes, proceed. Huh? An earthquake? No, a volcanic eruption!
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us. It's pretty embarrassing.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of food.
Yeah, but it looks like his following got too big and he couldn't keep up with the demand.
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic. But then the situation got out of control.
Seemed like his power is proportional to the number of clones he has.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate, the less powerful he became, right?
Wow. So his following didn't last long.
Nope. Which explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization. In the end, he mind-controlled a human to bring him to Natlan and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
Yeah. For who knows how long. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, he has been living under a rock, so that checks out. But clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. My parents always thought it was so weird that mushrooms kept popping up around the orchard no matter what we did. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, there's a weird mushroom god buried under the mountain. It all makes sense.
Wait, but if everything we saw is true, That means this mushroom has mind control powers or something? That's a recipe for disaster.
I mean, we're kind of in a mind space right now.
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind controlled. But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
I understand now why it has to be us, because we've been eating a lot of the mushrooms.
Oh? Why?
I'll explain on the way. I need to catch him to confirm my theory.
All right. Then let's find this mushroom.
Hurry up, Varesa!
Down we go.
Oh, the environment changed again. Nothing to phase Paimon at this point.
Let's keep looking. He can't hide forever.
Please let me be able to climb on that. Nope.
Kapow!
Ah, teleport, thank you.
Yeah! It's justice o'clock!
I haven't had this much fun playing with a character since, I started building Hazo.
So you made it this far. Impressive. In that case...
He hid himself in the statue. What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
Headbutt! Hero incoming! Time to roll!
This is fun.
Oof! Look out below! Woo. Antenna! Grant me strike! Hero incoming! Kapow! Hero incoming!
And we're done.
We've got you this time, nasty mushroom! We know all your schemes.
Maybe try hiding them a bit better next time.
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But now we know how dangerous you are, so we have to stop you.
Huh. It would seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Fitting for my future subjects. Still, you're overlooking a very important detail. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? Well, this is a world of my creation. My will rules supreme.
That's what I was getting at earlier.
My schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
What?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi, in the human tongue, I am known by another name.
Then why are you going by Sage Lord of Fungi?
You now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage!
Bifrons. So you're a god?
Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon War.
This Archon War.
You have no food in which to satiate your hunger, no means with which to counter the hordes of monsters, and the gods loom overhead.
I was not expecting a god from the Archon War to be around still.
Of their fingers.
And it be you. Okay, maybe I was expecting maybe a god or two survived the Archon War. But you being one of them was not on my list of suspicions.
Just one word, and you could have had my protection. But now, that opportunity is lost forever, and you only have your own stupidity and arrogance to blame. No matter, my plan has already succeeded. What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into green mushrooms very soon. And that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply exponentially.
Which is why the scholar said to eat them immediately.
You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat. And you delivered one to me on a silver platter. That was my plan all along.
So, you kept running away from us because you needed to buy time?
But everyone in the Collective of Plenty is just going to eat the mushrooms right away, so this won't actually work.
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate, allowing me to return to the peak of my power. Then, I shall reclaim my dignity and status as a god, achieve victory in the Archon War, and take revenge on Sumeru.
You have no concept of time, do you? Newsflash, the Archon War is old news, buddy.
Nonsense! Is that not the source of your suffering?
The Archon War ended like 3,000 years ago.
All I hear in this land is war this and war that. If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection of a god.
Natland is the land of war, and they don't use the word correctly in my opinion, but that is a separate matter.
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Huh?
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlanders.
Ha! I see what's going on here. You're using lies and trickery to befuddle me.
Nope, the Archon War was like thousands of years ago.
You know, my original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, I have a better idea. Once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witnessing that despair in person. Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves to me and take on the burden of managing my kingdom. But now, the deal is off.
It was an empty deal from the start.
What did you say?
We were chosen because you saw something in us. We were your only option.
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected.
And I happen to have a special constitution, which made it very easy to hear your voice.
Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who could actually hear your voice. In other words...
You're too weak.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow. Which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
I may not have my former strength, but keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the Jade Plume Terra Shroom.
Yeah, I've fought and killed that thing a lot to level up my calling.
Because you definitely can't.
Forget about him.
Right?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
I think Coddle and all of the boys have everything under control.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly be that powerful! And what's this about a war against the Abyss? Hey, I want answers!
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
We're just gonna leave? Okay. This quest has been a riot. Ooh, cutscene!
What should we do?
Eat them.
Worried? Ha ha ha! Don't be! It's just a few mushrooms. Unholy! Get ready to feast!
Everyone eat up. They're just multiplying. He's cooking up storm! Oh, the salt meme! Everyone eat up! It's your time to shine, Varesa. That actually looks really good.
More, please.
Come on, Paimon, you can get in on this. The Saurians are eating them out in the wild. The Fatui are eating them. Everyone's working together.
Stop this at once! Huh?
Poor Bifrons.
What a great meal. Thanks, everyone. I feel like a whole new me.
And with that, we took care of all the green mushrooms. Now, care to tell me what happened earlier? It was lights out for all three of you.
We were in a mushroom mind meld. Tell the chief everything that happened.
Someone planted a god in Varesa's orchard, and she's been eating it ever since.
I guess that's correct.
Yeah, we know not every god that's still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
I can't imagine the bar getting any lower than that.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon War.
Ah, well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes up around these parts. It makes sense that you don't know much about it, Varesa.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that Natlan wasn't part of the Archon War.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
Makes sense.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than in the Age of the Dragons.
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long as we keep picking the green mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day. Actually, Traveler? Can I borrow you for a minute?
What for? Sure thing.
Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important.
Oh.
I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
It's no biggie.
Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped me resolve a threat to my tribe.
To be fair, though, by following the trial of the god mushrooms, we actually kind of almost escalated it and made it worse, but thank you anyway.
And maybe this sounds weird considering everything, but it was a really awesome adventure. I had fun.
Me too. Still wonder who that Sumeru scholar was that told you guys to eat the mushrooms right away. Whoever they were doing you guys a favor. It's an adventure I'll remember for a long time.
Oh, why's that?
You got the chance to shine as a hero? It was all you, through and through.
You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the day. It's pretty surreal. But it's like you said. All it takes is a little patience and perseverance, and my time will come. If I start to doubt myself in the future, all I need to do is think of this experience and everything I've learned along the way.
Yep, you got this.
Hey, you two! Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god.
Ooh, that gives us a nice follow-up as well.
Should we go check it out? Couldn't hurt to get more information.
I'm game.
Oh, good point. But if we're heading to the academia, I need to get permission from Uncle Acatl first.
Nice. We're gonna actually leave Natlan.
Right. And it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Why don't we just ask the Adventurers Guild? Who knows if there's a Sumeru scholar in Natlan right now?
Good idea. Let's check it out.
Head to the stadium to see. Yeah, because walking from here to Natlan is a long thing. This has been a ride. A trip, one might say. Tripping on shrooms. Man, there's just something funny about shrooms. Especially in Genshin Impact. Hi, Catherine. Bringing your story, Catherine heads to the speaker's chamber.
Oh, Catherine's back! And isn't that Tainari?
Wow, I didn't expect to see you here.
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Emerta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to get in touch.
It's been a while, you two. And, you're the ones looking into the Sage Lord of Fungi?
Yep, you're an expert, so you must know all about him, right?
Of course. To those in the Emerta Darshan, his case is a well-known part of ecological history. His power is tied to a number of clones. So at one point, he possessed a truly fearsome form. But as his clones diminished in number, he got smaller and smaller until he couldn't hold on to a physical form at all. And so he became impossible to track. Scholars could only keep tabs on him by monitoring what remains of his clones. Now I'm learning his true form fled to Natlan?
Yeah, the mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago.
Well, from what I've heard, he has very few clones right now, so there's nothing to worry about. Feel free to use the mushrooms as you see fit. They really are delicious. Of course, the interest in research, I would prefer to send a few scholars from my Darshan to monitor the situation every so often. What do you say? I wanted to get your permission before submitting a formal request to the Speaker's Chamber.
Of course. You're welcome anytime. That's a huge help, actually. I wanted to ask, though, you said what remains of his clones? Does that mean there are clones outside of Natlan? Even now?
Oh yes, there's a huge one beneath the chasm. Is that Xamaran?
Xamaran?
Is that how you pronounce it?
You know that name?
Yeah, Paimon calls it sheesh room.
Oh, sheesh room.
Huge! Way more impressive than the puny Sage Lord.
It took a long time for Xamaran to grow into that form. Luckily, Xamaran isn't a green cat mushroom, so there's no danger to us. And I believe its mind has been separated from the mushroom god for a very long time. I doubt there's even a connection between them anymore.
We should go see Xamaran one of these days.
Yeah, let's go do that now.
Ooh, I'll come. It'll be nice to interact with a friendly mushroom for once.
Friendly is right. So this one is definitely not for eating.
I would never.
Field fungal traces. To be continued. We're gonna get a part 2 where we take her to Xamaran. Well, Xamaran got brought up, so let's go back and check on her right now. Bifrons, huh? This was definitely an interesting quest. I'm glad that I went back and ended up doing that mushroom quest. Because that ended up being a really great companion piece to this one. Giant mushroom from another land. About the Sage Lord of Fungi. You speak a name shrouded in the mists of the past, wise one. It was our progenitor, abounding in might, yet more breadth and wisdom than even the four-legged. In your two-legged speech, Xamaran would call it, my foolish father. At least that rating's easy to understand. We have had no business with one another for many long years indeed. I have almost forgotten this name, and cannot tell any further interesting tales concerning it. Your visit, however, sparks such interest. Well then, how does it fare? Worse than you, for sure. And that as well. Anything else to add? Listen quietly. Ignorance might be a blessing, and knowledge might bring forth calamity. Only that which graced... Wait, what? Only that which graced with ambrosia of knowledge can flourish into the strong. Only that which has been tested with the desolation of wandering can brave the wilderness. Well, this indeed was something interesting nonetheless. I should have turned in my dailies when I was standing in front of Catherine. Alright. So, history. I want to do 50 pulls for the battle pass, so might as well, right? 66, 67, 68. So we're at 68 pity on this. Come on, give me a ka-ching. It's pink. Is that capturing radiance? Come on. Guess it was just that. Okay. I guess they changed the coloring a bit. Astroless Star Glitter. Because I want to buy this before the month ends out, but we're probably not going to get there. What is my pity on this one? 56. I mean, we can get to we can get to max pity. But the real question is, do I want to? I mean, I had fun. Might as well. I got 26 that I'm sitting on right now. Let's just use them. I haven't done pulls since basically last June, basically. 2024 June. 5 times 12 is 60. Minus 4. So, 56. 66? The first 10 pull I've done in almost a year. Gaming. All right. And let's go to 76. Still a purple. We won our last 50-50, so I actually expect to lose this one. Ooh, an Eye of Perception. I like those. All right. All right. 30. So let's go to 86. This will probably be it. Do we win? We win. Alright, but now do we get to... I seem to almost always win on 83 pity, so let's see if we get the win to 50-50. I said I would never pull for a Natlan character. Hey! I wanted that! I like Dia! Nice! That's my first Dea constellation. Also, I needed some Chevrus constellations, so this was also nice. When the active character of the coordinated tactic status, not including Chevrus herself, triggers an overload reaction, they will recover 6 energy. This can be triggered once every 10 seconds. That's pretty good. So we get energy regen for overload now. That's just really good. My Chevrus team just got all the much better. Dea's max HP is increased by 20%. And she deals bonus damage based on her max HP when using the following attacks: Molten Inferno and Leonin's Bite. That's pretty good. Leonin's Bite is her ult, right? It is. All the more reason to keep building my Dea. And I guess we have you now. How many more of these pulls do I have left to do? 10. I'll do one more 10 pull. Editor me will do the math on that. Hey, Kujo-Sara! Don't worry, Kujo-Sara. Someday we will get around to doing the rating the shoes in Genshin Impact on which ones are the worst. Alright. And that fulfills my obligations of 50 pulls since I haven't done pulls in over a year. Now nobody can say that I don't pull on this game. And we have a guarantee for whatever character I want to get next. Just one last thing before I forget, because I did forget on stream, but I did find this. Our Pilgrim's Chronicle got updated. So Yansan was, I don't know if that's wherever he calls it, I'm sure there's a place for freedom and warmth. We knew that one. But now there's a Varesa here. You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the day. I didn't think that we'd still be updating this little thing. That's kind of neat. Alright. Let's put it back to the outro. Anyway, next time, we will be resuming by doing the Arsorian Companion questline, or whatever the new world quest is in the region near the volcano. I'm told it's going to be a 5-hour ordeal, so I will have to put time aside to do it. I will have time to start it tomorrow, but I will not have time to finish it until Sunday. So, until next time, see you then.